All right, we are not expecting severe weather, but more of a nuisance rain as we get our day started tomorrow. So you may want the rain gear as you're headed off to school and work. But by the afternoon and evening, you'll want a coat as temperatures will be dropping. We were milder today, and we will start off the day tomorrow mild. Most of the rainfall probably wrapping up around 10 a.m., maybe nearing the coast. May still see a little stray sprinkle or two. Afternoon, though, the temperatures will be dropping, so you'll want the coats by the afternoon and evening. And so our forecasted temperatures as we get the morning started 5 to about 9 a.m. low mid 60s. You may want a little light jacket, not particularly cold, but as we get later into the afternoon and certainly by the evening, those temperatures tomorrow will be dropping and winds picking up. So we will have a chill back for tomorrow afternoon and evening. Now, the rains that we have seen thus far have been very, very light. And in fact, the atmosphere is still pretty dry. And while we did see a slight bump in humidity, dew points are only in the 50s right now. So the heavier rain is up to a more north central Louisiana, but that will be headed our way late overnight tonight. So a few little light sprinkles showing up at the moment. We started out the morning very cold. We were in the lower 30s and even upper 20s. 29 degrees was our morning start at Bogalusa, but quickly rebounded and high temperatures were back into the upper 60s, a little above our normal high for this time of year, but morning lows were running well below average. And again, we'll kind of start the day tomorrow mild before that temperature drop. Mostly cloudy skies. Skies started to increase with cloudiness as we got into the morning hours, and certainly by noon we were under overcast skies, 65 degrees, and temperatures really not going to drop much through the night. We've had very light winds, and what little wind we have seen has been out of the south, which is why we had that slight bump in humidity. But even dew points in the 50s for us, this isn't bad at all, but certainly a far cry from where the dew points had been in the 20s, 30s, and maybe not too many 20s, but definitely 30s and 40s. And really those have been increasing steadily since earlier this morning. Now the forecasted dew points through tomorrow afternoon will also be dropping. So along with that colder air, the air will be getting drier as well. So kind of a sharp increase and then immediate drop in our temperatures, which are currently in the 50s and low 60s. So while it was a little milder today, I never really wanted to call it warm because we're about where we're supposed to be for this time of year. Now the bulk of our rainfall is still up to our north, and a front is just now moving into North Texas. So the front itself is not going to get here until probably mid-morning tomorrow. Ahead of it is when we're expecting most of our rainfall, and that bulk should arrive by early tomorrow morning. So as I said, not expecting anything severe, not flooding, but more of a nuisance rain, which is why we have the weather impact alert. Now, good news is it is not going to be an all-day rain, as we'll be clearing out again probably by about 10 at the latest, and the rest of the day cloudy but colder. We will clear out again for Friday morning. So Friday morning, we're once again looking at the potential of frost and a light freeze on the North Shore. So those temperatures will be dropping. And Friday during the day, and while it does look like we ought to see a little bit more sunshine during the day Friday, high temperatures are probably only in the lower 50s. Then clouds and rain start to return as we get into Saturday, along with kind of an increase in temperatures. We're also going to be looking ahead to another and probably several chances for some rain. Trying to time them out, Saturday looks to be relatively dry, as well as the start of the day Sunday, but rainfall moving in by the afternoon and evening. This will be kind of ahead of a front. The front starts to approach but stalls as we get now into Monday morning and then going into Tuesday. Tuesday, the front kind of sits near the coast as a little Gulf low rides along that frontal boundary, bringing in another chance for some rain. So trying to figure out the timing of our rainfall, and really the rain doesn't look to be all-day events at any one of our days. Early morning rain Thursday, after 10 a.m. drier. Late afternoon into the evening and early morning Sunday into Monday, another chance of rain, and then followed by that little Gulf low Tuesday afternoon into early on Wednesday. Also with that risk or the rainfall threat Sunday into Monday, there will be a low-end threat for maybe some flooding rain. So we'll talk more about that as we get closer to our weekend rain chances. Again, our rainfall wrapping up by about 9-10 a.m. with temperatures dropping through the day. A cold start and a chilly afternoon on Friday. Chilly morning, but milder Saturday afternoon. Back into the 70s before another big front drops temperatures next Wednesday.